be Toastmaster. 8 years ago, our daughter Sarah turned 18. She decided that she wanted to move out and be on her own while she was going to college. She was already registered to attend UNCG in the fall. We looked around to try to find something for her that would be within our budget. After a lot of looking around, we decided some friends of ours own a horse farm, and they have a small house on their property that is available for rental. It was empty at the time, so they said Sarah could take it. She loves horses, and we had a horse for about 5 years, so she knew how to take care of horses, because one stipulation for renting the house was to take care of the owner's horses while they were out of town. So she didn't mind that at all. It was perfect for her. So after we got her all moved in, a few weeks later, I got a phone call early in the morning. It was Sarah. And she said, Mom, there's a snake in my bathroom sink. I don't know what to do. What am I going to do? And I said, are you serious? And she said, yes. I woke up this morning and I got out of my bed and I opened the door and there was this big black snake in my sink. I have to take a shower. I need to get ready to go to school. I said, okay, Sarah, close the door, roll up a towel and put it up under there so he can't get out. And I'll come over and I'll call someone else to come over to go get the snake. So we had an acquaintance who works in the morgue at Moses Cone Hospital, and he's kind of a snake man. He collects snakes. He has a lot of snakes in his house. And he also volunteers at the Natural Science Center for that snake-tacular, if you've ever heard of that. So I called him, and he wasn't at work, so he said, yeah, I'll come over and I'll get it. He has one of those long snake grabbers, whatever they're called. So he brought that over with a pillowcase. He was the first one to get there. So Sarah and I waited outside when I got there. So he went into the house. He opened the bathroom door, and the snake was gone. So that meant it was somewhere else in the house, and that wasn't a very good thought. He came out after searching for a while, and he told us that he couldn't find it. So we proceeded to just walk around the house to try to find how the snake might have gotten into the house. There was a dryer vent, and my daughter didn't have a dryer, that was not sealed off. So he was pretty sure that the snake was able to crawl up the foundation and get into the house like that. But on the inside of the house, he said that he didn't think the snake could get back out because of the way it was slippery. So he left, and needless to say, Sarah came back home for that night. The next day, our son Joshua, who's 16, decided that he and his friend would go over to find the snake and be the heroes. They took a pillowcase. It was very funny to watch, but we waited outside. But I heard about it, how it went. So they both went into the house and they started looking around. And then my son walked over and he saw a little black something hanging out. There was a space behind the fireplace. So he goes over and and it was the tail of the snake. So he grabs it and he pulls, and it wasn't coming out. So he pulled really hard and it came out, and it kind of curled up and was trying to back up to bite him. So he jumps out and goes, whoa, so he's jumping out of the way. Well, the snake crawled away and went to the fireplace, and he tried to go up in the fireplace. So my son goes over and reaches up to grab him so he couldn't go on up. So he yells at his friend, he says, get the pillowcase ready. So his friend opens the pillowcase and gets it down on the floor to get it ready. So my son grabs the snake and pulls him out, and the snake comes out and he slithers around, and they're all jumping out, wow, and yelling. So they were able to coax the snake up into the pillowcase. So they got the snake in the pillowcase, gathered it up, and they went outside, and they went far out into the field to let it go. So they let the snake go. And then the next day we came back. She spent the night with us again. The next day we sealed off the hole, the dryer vent, so the snake couldn't get back in. And needless that there weren't any more snakes that popped up into her house unexpectedly.